Hi everyone, my name is Pele Renata and welcome to my channel. Recently I have stumbled upon one of Stamperia's newest releases and I just couldn't resist making a page with it. I hope you will enjoy my process, and as usual the full list of supplies can be found in the description area down below. This page I will make in one of the Dina weekly media art journals, which I know is not recognizable. Since it was so full of pages, I had to rebind it, and along the way I decorated a bit as well. For background I chose to work with PaperArtsy Fresco finish acrylic paints. And as I decided to mix my paints directly on the paper, before spreading the paint I sprayed my page with some water. I also used a wet brush, so as you will see my paints will blend beautifully. The colors that I chose to work with are called Smurf and Nougat, and later on I will be adding some inky pool to the edges of my paper. Now here I should have used some masking tape to protect my other page, but oh well. I guess I learned that for the next time. So when this layer was dry, I decided to add some inky pool acrylic paint, but only towards the edges. And for applying the paint I used Art by Marlene artist sponges. They very much resemble makeup sponges, so any one of you who enjoyed working with those will love artist sponges as well. Anyway, when I put some color on the edges, I added splatters in the same color. And I know it doesn't look great at this point, but it will improve, trust me. Now the next product that I chose to work with is a PaperArtsy stencil designed by Sara Neumann. And I wanted to stencil in those circles and some splatters. The idea was that this page has somewhat of a vintage feel as well, so I chose to work with the brown shade of Archival ink called Coffee. I chose to work with the Archival ink because it is permanent, and I knew that I will be putting some more layers on my page and wanted to be sure they won't smudge or smear. After stenciling, I used the same ink to add some brownish tint to the edges of my paper. Now, as this page was supposed to be in a book world, a little bit of vintage, I decided to add this old type of lettering with a stencil by Prima called Gothic, and with it I used the Crafter's Workshop light and fluffy modeling paste. While the paste was drying, off camera I have fussy cut a couple of elements from the vintage library scrapbooking paper. Also the paper pad which I chose to work with is 8 by 8 inch. Here you can see me trying to plan out the layout of my elements before I start adhering them. And for adhering I will use matte medium. I spread matte medium quite generously on both sides of the paper elements. I would like to use this opportunity to tell that this page inspired by Vicky from Stamperia. Sorry Vicky, I won't even dare to mispronounce your family name. But what I wanted to tell is that many techniques that I have used for this page I learned from her a couple of years ago, so I would really recommend you to check her YouTube channel as well. Now I wanted to distress a little bit the edges of my quote, and I have this little handy dandy tool, but if you don't, you can use your scissors as well. After distressing the pages, I used again the Archival ink in the same color to darken the edges of the quote, and also adhered it with matte medium. After I was sure that the matte medium was dry, I will use another technique for shading and coloring which I learned from Vicky, using Faber-Castell Pitt artist markers. Since I used matte medium for adhering my paper elements, it turned the surfaces of my page into non-porous. That means that paper won't just absorb the ink coming from my markers, instead it will take it a little bit time to dry, and that's why I have this little time to smudge in and blend in the colors. This is also a great and easy technique to add shadows to your elements. Anyway, now I'm just trying to reinforce some line of my focal images using Pigma Micron pen. But after that I decided to use some Rub-ons from the same vintage library collection. I think using Rub-ons is really fun way to add more interest to your pages, and they are really easy to use and beginner friendly. So how they work is that you cut out the image that you like, remove the white backing paper and place your image where you wish it to transfer. For transferring the image, you just rub it gently using your bone folder and then remove the transparent protective layer. And voila! Fun, simple and beautiful. I have transferred a couple of cute mice and this little lantern, and I am drawing the string from which it's hanging on. But to make it more fun, I want it to look like it's lighting, so I'm again using Faber-Castell Pitt markers to add some light effect. And that's it for this page. I must say I really enjoyed making it. The paper pad is really stunning, and I enjoyed all those fun techniques that I used. Anyway, I hope you liked it too, and hope to see you soon again. Bye!